Blink and you'll miss it. Trapjaw ant's strike is swift, deadly, unique. What is the bite force of a trapjaw ant? The obvious danger regarding trapjaw ants is their bite. Trapjaw ants in Georgia and Tennessee. Trapjaw ants are active hunters with venomous stings and jaws strong enough to fling themselves through the air. These ants will use their powerful mandibles to not only attack but to escape, by hurling themselves away from predators. Generally found in tropical areas, they are currently spreading throughout Georgia and Tennessee. When foraging for food, they may wander into homes where they may become an issue due to their painful bite, venomous sting, and aggressive behavior when their nest is threatened. Trapjaw ant habitat. Building small colonies with only one queen and less than 200 ants, trapjaw ants eat small insects and sweet substances. Trapjaw ants nest in soil, leaf litter, and rotting logs. They are typically found under deadwood or beneath forest floors. In urban areas, their nests can usually be found in the mulch underneath hedges of landscaped areas near homes, commercial buildings, malls, and hotels. Trapjaw ant behaviors, threats, or dangers. The obvious danger regarding trapjaw ants is their bite. Scientists have found the ants' jaws accelerate at 100,000 times the force of gravity. When snapping their jaw shut, trapjaw ants reach speeds up to 145 miles per hour, exerting forces 300 to 500 times the ant's body weight. However, these ants also have a painful stinger, and if a nest is threatened, workers will immediately jump at the attacker, stinging and biting. The trapjaw ant's stinger is not barbed and can be used repeatedly. Although their venom isn't fatal, it can produce an allergic reaction. If you suspect a trapjaw ant infestation, it is recommended to consult a professional ant exterminator. Before we go on, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything. Now it's time to see and hear how dangerous these things are. Recently, researchers uncovered the adaptations that enable this super-fast snapping in an elusive and little-studied genus of trapjaw ants called Myrmoteras, using X-ray scans and high-speed video to analyze the ant's jaws in action inside and out. The scientists identified the latch, spring, and trigger mechanisms for two Myrmoteras species, finding that their trapjaw system operates in a manner unlike those in other groups of trapjaw ants. In photos, trapjaw ant babies grow up. Myrmoteras ants are native to Southeast Asia and measure about 0.16 to 0.20 inches, 4 to 5 millimeters, in length. They live and forage in leaf litter on the forest floor, which makes them difficult to find and capture while still alive, said study lead author Frederick Larrabee, a postdoctoral research fellow with the Smithsonian Ant Lab at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. It was previously unknown how fast the ants' jaws could snap closed and how exactly they worked, Larrabee told Live Science. When Myrmotera's jaws are locked in the open position, as they are when the ant is hunting, they extend backward at a steep angle, pointing toward the ant's body. The Myrmotera's ant's spiny, prey-catching mandibles are longer and more slender than those of their trapjaw cousins, which suggests that Myrmoteras use these body parts to quickly stab and immobilize prey, rather than stunning them with a blow, the study authors wrote. The scientists worked in the lab with several live colonies that had been previously collected, Larrabee said. Footage shot at 50,000 frames per second revealed that the ant's jaws closed in about half a millisecond, not as quickly as ants in the trapjaw genus Odontomachus, which snap their mandibles in 1/10 of a millisecond, according to the study. But it was micro-CT scans, computed X-ray tomography that enabled the researchers to detect and digitally model the inner workings of Myrmoterra's deadly strikes in 3D, the researchers said. We wanted to be able to visualize all the internal structures, the muscles, the neurons, and the attachments between the muscles and the mandible itself, Larrabee said. Spring-loaded systems such as those found in trapjaw ants have three main parts: a lock to hold the jaws open, a spring to store energy, and a trigger to release the strike, transferring energy into the jaw to propel it closed at high speeds. Using CT scans, the researchers modeled the muscles responsible for opening and closing the jaws. Once the scientists knew what the muscles looked like, they could identify how they powered Myrmoterra's speedy bite, a process the researchers visualized in a video posted to YouTube. The latch holding the jaws open was unlike any observed in other trapjaw ants, resembling the locking mechanism in grasshopper legs, Larrabee told Live Science. Another unusual and unique structure that drew the scientists' attention was a strangely shaped lobe on the back of Myrmoterra's ants' heads. The researchers noticed that it would compress immediately prior to a strike, hinting that the structure was part of the spring mechanism that released stored energy into the jaws. We're not entirely sure what the spring is, but we think it's the ligaments linking the muscle to the mandible, Larrabee explained. A special latch holds Myrmoterra's ants' jaws open, and different sets of muscles in the insects' heads control the mechanisms that snap the mandibles closed. Image credit, Frederick Larrabee, Smithsonian. A spring-loaded jaw is a highly specialized feature, which makes it even more incredible that different ant lineages evolved such diverse structures to make these jaws work, Larrabee said. All these ultra-fast jaws, using different components or different body structures to serve the system, it's a great example of convergent evolution, where evolution has found different strategies for achieving the same behavioral goal, he said. The findings were published online August 30 in the Journal of Experimental Biology.